All right, welcome to Chef's Take. I'm your host, Michael Zavlaris. Today, I will be bringing you our Week 3 NFL picks. So, let's get right into it. Week 2 was not good for me. I went 8-8. Vicente went 10-6. Sal went 7-9. Matt went 6-10. Anthony went 7-9. And Vegas went 10-6. So my overall record, I am currently tied for second place at 9-12-1. Vicente is tied for first place at 20-11-1. Sal is 18-13. Matt is in last place at 17-14. Anthony's at 19-12, and Vegas is at 20-11-1. So, let's get right into some recaps of week 2. Mostly, let's talk about the Eagles. So, going into that game, I did not feel very confident about us winning that game. I thought it was going to be a shootout, honestly, based on how our defense played against, the Lions the week before. But no, as it turns out, we beat the fucking shit out of them 24-7. Keep in mind, it is primetime Kirk Cousins. But not only that, there's so many variables that went into it. I almost made an entire video solely based on that game, and I mentioned all of Kirk Cousins' stats against the Eagles. He's like 6-3 overall. Now he's 6-4, but he's like 2-9 on Monday nights. Now he's 2-10. So yeah, a bunch of crap went into it, but I mean, hey, whatever. So, uh, Darius Slay clamped the living shit out of Justin Jefferson. One catch allowed for 7 yards, 2 interceptions. He was running the routes better than Justin Jefferson, and shit, he was Kirk Cousins' number one option. So, yeah, Darius Slay definitely stepped up. He clamped one of the best receivers in the league. Jalen Hurts, he probably played his best game as an Eagle. Honestly, in my opinion, prior to this game, I would say his game against the Cardinals back in 2020, his rookie year, was the best. But this was like a statement game. This game gave off the same vibe as the Eagles playing the Panthers in 2017. Like, saying, hey, is this team legit? It gave off that same vibe. The only downside to that game was that we did not score in the second half, and Jalen Hurts could not stress that enough during his victory speech, saying, we left money on the table, this, that, and the third. So I'm glad he's not celebrating every win, and he's also able to, let the team know, like, hey, we won the game, but shit, I mean, we didn't score at all in the second half. That could have been bad for us because there were so many times where the Vikings could have brought the game back into like a single possession. They blocked our field goal. They were knocking on the door in the red zone until Kirk threw like 2 or 3 picks in the red zone. So there's that. But yeah, overall, Jalen Hurts had an amazing game. 333 total yards, and I believe 3 touchdowns. He did throw a pick, but that pick was not his fault at all. I mean, Gainwell has Butterfingers for now. Let me look up his stats for the game, but I know he's the only quarterback to have multiple touchdowns and 80% completion percentage and over like 300 yards in a single game. And a lot of people were comparing his performance against the Vikings to Michael Vick's performance against Washington 12 years ago during a Monday Night Massacre. So that says a lot. But honestly, I don't think they're the same quarterback. Hurts is a better runner. I still think, not Hurts. Vick is a better runner. I think he is still the best running quarterback in NFL history. He also has a far superior arm. But in terms of like accuracy, I would give it to Jalen, and leadership, I would give to Jalen too. Jalen is just a fucking dog. Let me take a look over here. Stats versus the Vikings. Yeah, so we did. Our defense did really well, but I still can't stand that Jonathan Gannon keeps putting Hassan Reddick back in coverage when he is literally a pass rusher. The past few years, he has been getting double-digit sacks, and you want to put him back in coverage? Like, that's not what he does. It's fucking stupid. But we shut Justin Jefferson down. We shut Dalvin Cook down. And we shut Adam Thielen down. But like I said, we didn't score in the second half. That's what kind of concerned me. Because the Vikings had so many chances to come back. But Kirk Cousins threw multiple picks. They blocked a field goal. And we dodged a bullet with that Irv Smith drop. That was a dot. And he fucking dropped it. So, I'm happy he dropped that shit. But we look here. So Jalen Hurts against the Vikings. 26 for 31. 333 passing yards. He completed 84% of his passes. 1 touchdown and a pick. Like I said, the pick was not his fault. That was just a fucking fluke. He was sacked 3 times. His longest pass was 53 yards, and that was to Quez Watkins. That was a beautiful throw. And he ran the ball 11 times, got 57 yards and 2 touchdowns. So that was a pretty good performance. So right now his stats on the year, he is currently he completed 69.8% of his passes, 576 passing yards, and a single touchdown. I'm sure he's going to pick up more touchdowns as passes as the season goes on. But I mean, hey, if he keeps performing like he did against the Vikings, we'll be fucking set. He played like a franchise quarterback on Monday. Now today we are playing against the Washington Commanders, and this will be the first time we play against Carson Wentz. I have no ill will with Carson. Do I root for Carson anymore? Honestly, not really. I can care less. But if he does well, it makes me happy. But, Hurts is our quarterback right now. I can honestly give 2 shits about Wentz. But I don't know why fans would, but I would not boo Carson during the game. I seriously don't see why you would. Anyway, so I saw some of these stats. Jalen Hurts is 2-1 against Washington, and that one loss was back in 2020 when Doug Peterson pulled Jalen out of the game, and we were doing really well when Jalen was playing in the game. So we're not even going to count that. We're not even going to count that game. So as far as I'm concerned, he's a 2-0 when he plays the entire game against Washington. I will get more into the Eagles game after we make some of our picks. Actually, fuck it, I'll do it right now. So for the Eagles game, everybody across the board has the Eagles. Last time I checked, Vegas has us as 6.5 point favorites. I'm gonna have to double check, but last time I looked, we were 6.5 point favorites. I think we're gonna win this game. Right now, we're one of the best offenses in the league. We do have a really good. Our defense definitely stepped up, like I said. I think, believe it or not, our cornerbacks are going to be. Our secondary is going to be put to the test today because this is so far the best secondary, the best receiving core we're going against. There's Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuel, Jahan Dotson, and then you have Logan Thomas. So we'll see how this pans out. I think we should be okay. What's it called? Washington's offensive line is not that good, so we should be bringing the pressure. But I think we can. I think we're going to win this game like 31-17 maybe. That's going to be my score prediction, 31-17. I did not ask anyone else what their score prediction was because honestly, I can give a shit. But yeah, I'm thinking like a 31-17 Eagles win. So there's that. Our offense should be good. I mean, Chase Young is not playing, and he actually did do pretty well when he played against us. So, I mean, hey, only time will tell. But I don't like the fact that we're getting so overhyped now. Like, we're getting all this hype because now we're like the top 5, top 3 in everybody's power rankings. A lot of people are saying Bills, Eagles, Super Bowl. I'm like, okay, Jesus, like, take it back a minute. Obviously, I want us to be a great team, but I mean, I'm surprised we're getting so much hype after, after these first 2 weeks. So, anyway, let's move on. So, the Pittsburgh and Cleveland game, Matt was the only one that picked Pittsburgh to win this game. Everyone else had Cleveland. Oh, yeah, let's talk about this game. So, I made a parlay. Actually, no. Pat McAfee had a super boost at plus 800 odds. It was the Steelers to cover the plus 7.5 point spread. And Najee Harris and Nick Chubb to each score a touchdown. That all happened, but the last 9 seconds of the game, I got dicked. The last second touchdown, defensive touchdown on Cleveland is what screwed everybody over. I only lost $6, but that could have been $50 right there. But it doesn't even matter because for some stupid reason, FanDuel they suspended my account. So I have to get that fixed. But whatever, I can care less about sports betting right now. But anyway, yeah, me, Vicente, Sal, Anthony, and Vegas had Cleveland winning this game. And I just talked about the Eagles and Washington. Everybody has Philly. Next, we have Houston at Chicago. Justin Fields is not looking too good right now. Granted, he does have an atrocious offensive line, and his receiving core is shit. But he's literally averaging 96 passing yards a game, and his completion percentage is like 50-something. So, I mean, Chicago is struggling. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, I picked Chicago, but now that I'm thinking about it, I might lean towards Houston. Like, what's the line for this game? All right, the Bears are -3, so I don't know. Yeah, I feel like this game would be like a 20-17 type game, but I don't know. I'm gonna go with Chicago here. Vicente's the only one that's picking Houston. Next, we have Vegas at Tennessee. Vegas is struggling. Tennessee just got raped. We're all going with Vegas here. Kansas City at Indianapolis. This is not even a discussion. Kansas City. Next, we have Buffalo at Miami. Not a discussion. Buffalo across the board. Detroit at Minnesota. Matt and Vicente are the only ones that have Detroit. I really want to pick Detroit, but I mean, Kirk Cousins playing 1 o'clock games is like a Hall of Famer, so we'll see what happens. Next, we have Baltimore at New England. Lamar probably just played his best game despite losing. Baltimore across the board. Cincinnati at Jets. Cincinnati across the board. New Orleans at Carolina. New Orleans across the board. Jacksonville at the Chargers. Justin Herbert may not even play. Oh, God. Keenan Allen's not playing. Yeah, Chargers across the board. Rams at Cardinals. Matt is the only one that has the Cardinals. Atlanta at Seattle. Yeah, this one's Sal and Vicente are the only ones that are picking Atlanta here. I'm thinking Seattle. It's close. I don't know. Green Bay at Tampa Bay. Everyone's going with Tampa Bay here. I mean, they just signed Cole Beasley. They're going to have Cole Beasley, Leonard Fournette. They're not going to have a lot of weapons. I mean, honestly, neither does Green Bay. I mean, Green Bay just lost Sammy Watkins. So, I mean, Tampa Bay across the board. San Francisco at Denver. Jimmy Garoppolo's the starter again, given that Trey Lance is out for the year. So everyone's going with San Francisco here. Denver just flat out sucks right now. Dallas at New York. I'm going with the Giants. Vicente's going with the Giants. Sal's the only one that's going with Dallas here. The Giants are actually looking pretty good right now. But to be fair, the two teams they played against, their combined record is 0-4. So they played against a garbage ass team. So we'll see what happens. But the Giants always give the Eagles trouble for whatever reason. So yeah, that is week 3 picks. Should be a fun one today. Hopefully I don't go 8-8 again because that was atrocious. So that's it for today. Go Birds. And yeah, see you next week.